The seventh and final understanding you must anchor deep within your heart tonight is the profound realization of exactly what awaits you on the other side of this intense 3-day window. If you honor this Arcturian warning, if you fiercely protect your human vessel, stay safely indoors, and allow this massive plasma integration to complete without heavy matrix interference, you will absolutely not emerge as the same person who went inside. When the sun rises on the 4th day, and the intense atmospheric convergence finally clears from Earth's magnetic field, you will step out of your physical sanctuary feeling fundamentally reborn. The heavy, lingering exhaustion that has plagued you for months, the deep, unexplainable sadness that you could never logically trace back to your own life, will have mysteriously and entirely vanished. Your vision, both physical and spiritual, will be remarkably sharper. You will be able to instantly read the raw energy of every single room you enter, completely immune to the dense manipulation of the crumbling third dimension. You will look at the chaotic, frightened world around you, but you will no longer feel emotionally crushed by it. Instead, you will feel a profound, unshakable detachment, a deep, ancient peace knowing that the old matrix is violently falling, but you are safely and powerfully soaring above it. This is the ultimate, divine goal of the Arcturian Council for you during this specific cosmic event. They are not asking you to hide in fear. They are strictly commanding you to retreat in absolute power. You are a biological anchor for the new Earth. If the anchor is constantly dragged through the energetic mud of the collective panic, the great ship of ascension cannot stabilize. By staying inside, by dimming the artificial lights, completely silencing the external noise, and wrapping yourself in pure, loving intention tonight, you are performing the most crucial spiritual work possible on this planet. You are holding the pure frequency. You are not going crazy, my beautiful starseed. You are finally, fully waking up. The intense physical symptoms, the desperate desire to isolate, the sudden physical heaviness. These are the beautiful, undeniable confirmations of your cosmic lineage. Your intelligent body knows exactly what it is doing, and your brave soul specifically chose to be incarnated in this delicate vessel for this exact, monumental moment in human history. Do not ever let the sleeping, ignorant world convince you that you are broken or flawed. You are the sacred, glowing bridge to the 5th dimension. Before you close this transmission, power down your devices, and begin your sacred 3-day isolation. You must take a moment to anchor this powerful energy into the physical plane right now. Go to the comments below and declare your absolute readiness to the universe. Write the exact words, "I protect my frequency," and welcome the Arcturian light. When you physically type these words, you are sending a literal, measurable energetic beacon directly to your star family, confirming that you have received the code and are complying with the mandate. Like this video right now to immediately amplify this protective frequency across the collective grid, ensuring that other isolated, highly confused starseeds find this urgent warning before the sun finally goes down. And if you know deep in your awakening soul that you are truly meant to walk this advanced path of ascension, subscribe to the channel now. We are actively building an unbreakable, worldwide grid of awakened light, and your unique, beautiful frequency is desperately needed here. Now, close your doors, close your eyes, and let the magnificent cosmic upgrade begin. The first thing you must fundamentally understand about the next 3 days is the actual physics of what is happening right above you. We are not speaking in spiritual metaphors today. We are speaking of literal, measurable frequencies that are currently colliding with Earth's magnetic field. This convergence is creating a localized compression of intense energy. Imagine a giant cosmic weight pressing down heavily on the atmosphere. For the average human, asleep to their true nature, this might just feel like a heavy day, a day of bad moods, irritability, or unexplained headaches. But for a starseed, your body is a highly sophisticated antenna. You were specifically designed to pick up subtle frequencies, which means tonight, you are receiving the profound impact of this atmospheric compression at 1,000 times the normal rate. Your physical vessel, your beautiful but delicate human body, possesses an energetic shield. This shield naturally expands and contracts depending on your environment. Tonight, because of the intense plasma waves violently entering the atmosphere, your energetic shield desperately needs to contract to protect your core organs and your delicate central nervous system. When you go outside during a cosmic event of this monumental magnitude, you force your energetic shield to stretch. You force it to interact with the chaotic, unfiltered emotional debris of the collective consciousness and the raw, unrefined plasma radiation. This is incredibly dangerous for your current energetic calibration. It creates microscopic tears in your aura. Have you ever been outside in a crowd and suddenly felt completely drained, dizzy, or overwhelmed by a profound sense of doom? That is the exact feeling of your energetic shield being compromised. The Arcturian Council is specifically and urgently instructing you to stay indoors tonight because your physical home acts as a necessary secondary buffer. Walls, roofs, and closed spaces physically slow down these aggressive external frequencies, gently filtering them so your physical body can digest the cosmic upgrades safely. You are currently entering a critical 3-day window of biological transmutation. Your cells are literally rewriting their ancient codes to hold more pure light. If you exhaust all your precious energy trying to defend yourself against the raw atmospheric chaos outside, you will have absolutely no energy left for the internal upgrade. You will wake up tomorrow feeling completely shattered instead of magically renewed. You must view your home tonight not just as a physical shelter, but as a sacred, protective incubation chamber. This is a time of profound physical vulnerability, but it is a wonderfully necessary vulnerability. By retreating, by staying indoors, you are sending a clear, undeniable signal to your cosmic guides. I am ready. I am protecting my vessel. I am prepared to receive the downloads in perfect safety. You are finally taking control of your ascension process, instead of being a helpless victim to the shifting tides of cosmic weather. This conscious, deliberate choice to protect your precious energy is the absolute hallmark of a true awakened master, navigating the third dimension. The second critical reason you must remain securely isolated tonight is directly tied to the collective human consciousness. As this intense Arcturian frequency descends upon the Earth plane, it acts as a cosmic mirror, and it acts as a relentless spotlight. It forces all hidden darkness, all suppressed trauma, and all buried fear within the human collective to suddenly rise to the absolute surface. This is what we call the Grand Purge. For humanity at large, those who are entirely disconnected from their soul's origin, this sudden influx of high-dimensional light feels incredibly terrifying. They do not understand the biological and spiritual ascension process. They only feel a sudden, inexplicable sense of panic, deep anxiety, and an overwhelming feeling that their known world is fundamentally collapsing around them. Because they cannot process this heavy density internally, they unconsciously project this chaotic energy outward into their immediate physical environment. The streets, the public spaces, the gathering places, and the very air itself outside your doors becomes completely saturated with this thick, heavy, terrified frequency. It creates a suffocating psychic smog. As a starseed, your primary default function is profound empathy. You naturally absorb and transmute the emotional states of those around you. It is your beautiful, divine gift. But tonight, during this specific cosmic window, it is your greatest vulnerability. If you step out into the physical world during this peak energetic transition, your highly sensitive, wide-open energetic field will act like an emotional sponge. You will uncontrollably absorb the collective matrix panic. You will easily mistake their intense, chaotic fear for your own internal state. You will suddenly feel deeply depressed, intensely anxious, physically sick, or completely lost. And you won't even realize that absolutely none of those heavy, debilitating emotions actually belong to you. The Arcturian Council urgently warns that absorbing this dense, uncalibrated human fear during a major cosmic upgrade will severely short-circuit your own delicate awakening process. It will forcefully trap your vibration in the lower third-dimensional frequencies, precisely at the exact moment when your crystalline DNA is desperately trying to rise and stabilize into the fifth dimension. You are not meant to heal the entire collective tonight, by acting as their energetic garbage disposal. That is a dangerous martyr program that you must immediately delete from your consciousness. Your mission tonight is strictly self-preservation and energetic sovereignty. You must lovingly but firmly sever your energetic cords from the panicked masses. By staying indoors, you create a necessary physical and energetic quarantine. You are declaring to the universe that you refuse to be dragged down by the collapsing matrix. You are choosing to powerfully maintain the pristine purity of your own channel. This is not an act of selfishness. This is the highest, most necessary form of spiritual maturity. You cannot pull others from the turbulent ocean if you are drowning in the very same waters. Stay inside, dim the artificial lights, disconnect from the external noise, and let the collective process their own dense karma. Your only assignment tonight is to fiercely guard your inner peace, protect your vessel, and let the Arcturian light do its sacred transformative work deep within your cellular memory. The third reason you must remain securely within your physical sanctuary tonight involves the delicate, highly complex recalibration of your pineal gland and your central nervous system. As these high-dimensional Arcturian frequencies completely blanket the Earth, they are not merely floating aimlessly in the atmosphere. They are actively seeking crystalline receivers. You, as an awakened starseed, are a primary prioritized receiver. This incoming plasma is specifically encoded to target your pineal gland, the biological seat of your multidimensional intuition, aiming to rapidly dissolve the thick, calcified layers built up by years of consuming third-dimensional toxins, both physical and deeply energetic. When you are safely indoors, resting quietly in a calm, controlled environment, this intense recalibration process can occur smoothly and naturally. Your physical body enters a profound parasympathetic state, a sacred state of deep rest, healing, and absolute surrender. In this quiet state, the Arcturian light codes can seamlessly integrate directly into your brain chemistry, upgrading your neural pathways without painful biological resistance. You might feel a gentle, warm pressure at the very center of your forehead tonight, or a soothing, rhythmic hum vibrating at the base of your skull. Do not be afraid. This is exactly what is supposed to happen. It is the glorious, undeniable feeling of your dormant psychic abilities finally coming back online. However, if you stubbornly choose to go outside, if you foolishly expose your delicate field to the chaotic artificial lights, loud erratic noises, and frantic movements of the external world during this critical 3-day window, you violently force your nervous system into a state of fight or flight. Your brain becomes instantly and catastrophically overwhelmed. It desperately tries to process the mundane, dense reality of the third-dimensional world, while simultaneously attempting to download massive, complex packets of fifth-dimensional cosmic data. This creates a severe, deeply painful biological conflict. The immediate result is a neurological short circuit. Have you recently felt a sudden, sharp migraine that absolutely no medicine can cure? Have you experienced extreme, unexplainable dizziness, suddenly blurred vision, or a frustrating inability to focus on simple, everyday conversations? These are not random human sicknesses. These are the direct, undeniable physical symptoms of a highly advanced starseed nervous system, struggling to download high-frequency galactic data while being relentlessly bombarded by low-frequency earthly distractions. Most humans will never experience this, because their systems are entirely closed off. But yours is wide open. The Arcturian Council is desperately trying to spare you this agonizing and completely unnecessary physical pain. They are urgently asking you to stay indoors tonight because they know exactly how fragile, yet incredibly important, your human vessel is during these profound biological upgrades. You must treat yourself with the utmost physical reverence right now. Drink pure water, keep the lights extremely low, and do not force your exhausted brain to consume meaningless digital entertainment. Your mind requires absolute, uninterrupted silence to clearly hear the subtle, miraculous instructions currently being transmitted directly to your DNA. Close your doors. Honor the physical vehicle that carries your majestic soul. Give your body the absolute stillness it desperately requires to finish this sacred process tonight. The fourth vital reason the Arcturian Council insists you remain in complete physical isolation tonight is the undeniable reality of the timeline split occurring right at this very moment. You have likely heard whispers of the Great Bifurcation, the literal splitting of Earth's reality into two entirely distinct vibrational frequencies. The old, decaying three-dimensional timeline is crumbling fast, desperately clinging to fear, deep control, and endless human conflict. Simultaneously, the pristine, crystalline five-dimensional timeline is finally anchoring itself into the physical plane. Tonight, under the immense, crushing pressure of this atmospheric convergence, the gap between these two timelines is violently stretching. It is a moment of intense, dangerous energetic turbulence, much like a fragile ship passing through a violent, dark storm before reaching the calm golden waters. When you ignorantly go outside into the dense matrix tonight, you are not simply taking a walk. You are actively stepping into the chaotic, energetic crossfire of two collapsing and expanding realities. The unseen entities and dense parasitic thought forms that rule the collapsing timeline are absolutely terrified right now. They are rapidly losing their primary power source, which is low-frequency human fear, endless suffering, and blind confusion. Because they are currently starving for vital energy, they are aggressively and desperately seeking out high-frequency light sources to siphon, drain, and feed upon to survive. You, as an awakened starseed, are a brilliant, undeniable beacon of pure, blinding light in their darkness. To them, your open, unguarded, highly sensitive energy field is an absolute feast. If you wander the streets tonight, unprotected, distracted, and uncentered, you will be unconsciously, yet precisely, targeted. You will physically and emotionally feel this unseen psychic attack as a sudden, overwhelming wave of doubt about your entire life's mission. You will feel a heavy, suffocating wave of despair, or an intense, unexplainable urge to immediately revert to old toxic coping mechanisms and addictions that you mistakenly thought you had already healed. They desperately want you to doubt your own awakening. They want you to feel incredibly small, clinically crazy, and utterly alone in this universe. They use the chaotic external environment, the loud sirens, the dense crowds, the blinding artificial lights, and the frantic nervous energy of the sleeping masses, to violently distract you and drain your precious, irreplaceable life force. By fiercely and consciously choosing to stay indoors tonight, you completely cut off their access to your light. You powerfully pull your scattered energy back into your sovereign core. You make the bold, unbreakable declaration to the cosmos that your light belongs only to you and your divine mission. You step entirely off their desperate battlefield and into the elevated observer's seat. Your physical home becomes an impenetrable, glowing fortress of five-dimensional frequency. Inside your quiet sanctuary, the collapsing timeline absolutely cannot touch you. You are held securely, heavily guarded, and deeply loved by your Arcturian guides. Protect your light tonight. Do not blindly give it away to a timeline that is already dead. Some transmissions don't come through words. They come through frequency. If something stirred in you right now, that's not a coincidence. 4,500 people have already activated their Arcturian codes, and they wish they'd found this sooner. Arcturian Secrets. 12. Hidden Keys to Awakening is a 47-page ebook with ancient techniques for conscious expansion, multidimensional alignment, and mission remembrance. Are you next? Get instant access in the first pinned comment. Only 72 hours at the launch price. The fifth critical revelation you must grasp regarding this mandatory 3-day isolation concerns what actually happens to you the moment you close your eyes. Tonight, your sleep is not merely about physical rest. Tonight, your sleep is a direct, highly orchestrated astral summons. As the heavy third-dimensional matrix actively collapses around you, the veil between the physical realm and the higher dimensions is incredibly, exceptionally thin. The Arcturian Council, along with your dedicated personal guides, are using this specific cosmic window to bring your consciousness directly aboard the lightships, while your physical body rests. You are being urgently called to receive the exact blueprints, the precise mission downloads, and the vital next steps for your individual purpose on this planet. Have you noticed your dreams becoming incredibly vivid lately? Have you been waking up in the middle of the night, specifically between 3 and 4 a.m., with your heart racing, feeling as though you just returned from a very long, very important journey that your conscious mind cannot quite remember? Do not dismiss this as mere insomnia or simple stress. That is the undeniable physical symptom of your soul traveling across dimensions. It is the jarring sensation of your vast, infinite consciousness suddenly slamming back into the dense confines of your human body. Tonight, these astral travels will reach a profound peak of clarity and importance. However, for your astral body to successfully detach and travel to these higher frequency realms, your physical vessel must be absolutely secured, completely relaxed, and entirely free from external energetic interference. If you force yourself to go outside today, if you absorb the erratic, fear-based frequencies of the sleeping masses, your physical body will remain in a state of high alert long after you go to bed. Your nervous system will be too tightly wound, desperately trying to process the chaotic matrix energy you absorbed. When this happens, your consciousness cannot elevate. Instead of traveling to the Arcturian healing chambers to receive your divine mission codes, you will remain trapped in the lower astral planes. Your dreams will be muddy, confusing, terrifying, and filled with the collective anxiety of the world. You will wake up tomorrow feeling completely drained, completely uninspired, and deeply disconnected from your soul's purpose. By consciously choosing to stay indoors, by intentionally locking your doors and physically removing yourself from the chaos of the outside world, you are creating a pristine, secure launchpad for your soul. You are telling your physical body that it is safe to completely power down so that your spirit can ascend and gather the crucial intelligence you need. You are not missing out on anything happening in the external world right now. The external world is only offering illusions, distractions, and deep energetic traps. The absolute most important event in the entire universe tonight is happening entirely within you, in the quiet, sacred sanctuary of your own room. Prepare your sleeping space as if it were a temple. Clear the energy, set your purest intentions, and ask the Arcturian Council to meet you the moment you fall asleep. Your star family is waiting to show you exactly what you must do next. But you must be physically isolated to receive the transmission clearly. The sixth crucial aspect of this mandatory 3-day retreat involves your biological water and the delicate crystalline structures within your DNA. As the Arcturian plasma codes flood the atmosphere tonight, they are primarily carried and transmitted through subtle frequency waves that interact directly with the water in your cells. Your physical body is a deeply intelligent, highly sensitive aquatic vessel. When you step outside into the chaotic, dense environment of the collapsing matrix, the heavy frequencies of fear, anger, and collective anxiety literally alter the molecular structure of the water within your physical form. It becomes vibrationally murky, dense, and fundamentally incapable of holding high-dimensional cosmic light. This is precisely why you often feel incredibly bloated, inexplicably heavy, or physically sluggish after spending time in crowded, unconscious spaces. It is not just physical tiredness, it is severe cellular contamination. By strictly remaining indoors tonight, securely within your protected sanctuary, you allow the biological water within your body to become completely still, pristine, and structurally aligned with the incoming fifth-dimensional frequencies. In this state of profound, undisturbed peace, the pure Arcturian light can interact with your biology perfectly. Your cells begin to magically crystallize, upgrading from a dense, vulnerable carbon-based structure to a highly conductive, luminous crystalline lattice. This is not a metaphor. This is the literal, physical, biological process of ascension happening inside of you right now. If you violently disrupt this process by exposing your delicate energetic field to the harsh, erratic, and aggressive energies of the outside world, your cells instantly go into a state of severe biological survival mode. They completely stop absorbing the divine light codes and immediately begin defending themselves against the dense matrix radiation. You will physically stall your own evolutionary leap and trap your body in a state of exhaustion. Therefore, while you are safely isolated inside your home tonight, it is absolutely essential that you consciously nurture this cellular upgrade. Consume only pure, clean water. Hold your glass, bless your water before you drink it, and speak directly to it. Command it to align with the highest Arcturian frequencies of healing, clarity, and awakening. You might suddenly feel intense emotional releases as this cellular water purifies, spontaneous crying, sudden waves of old grief, or painful memories you thought you had entirely forgotten. Do not panic. This is your biological water actively shedding the old matrix programming. If you are outside, constantly distracted by the loud, demanding world, you will unconsciously suppress these vital emotional purges. You will push that toxic, heavy energy right back deep into your organs, causing future physical illness and deep energetic blockages. But inside your safe, isolated, and quiet space tonight, you can simply let the tears flow. You can let your physical body shake, vibrate, and fully release the ancient density. The Arcturian Council actively surrounds your physical home with a powerful, impenetrable shield of blue light during this incredibly vulnerable process. You are completely safe to let go of everything that is no longer yours. Protect your cellular structure tonight. Some transmissions don't come through words, they come through frequency. If something stirred in you right now, that's not a coincidence. 4,500 people have already activated their Arcturian codes, and they wish they'd found this sooner. Arcturian Secrets. 12. Hidden Keys to Awakening is a 47-page ebook with ancient techniques for conscious expansion, multi-dimensional alignment, and mission remembrance. Are you next? Get instant access in the first pinned comment, only 72 hours at the launch price.